Greenhouse and Gardens. Today we're going to talk about Agave Variegata. And I don't know if many of you are familiar with this plant, but it is a succulent plant that it originates in Mexico. Okay, a couple years ago I found a place online that was selling these pups. These are also called offsets, pups. They grow a lot of them, and I purchased them, and I believe I got 20 pups, and I planted them, come home here and planted them, and ever since then they've been multiplying like crazy. I have a couple little ones right here. I don't know if I can bring that in a little closer. Okay, they start out a lot smaller than this, but these have been potted for a little bit, and what they do is they like a more drier soil. Okay, just like many other succulents, but you do have to water them a little bit. Today we're going to transplant this one right here. I planted this one, it probably started out like this, maybe a little bigger this spring, and I put them in the greenhouse out there with the rest of my plants, and look how big it's gotten. It's just beautiful right now. This Agave Variegata is a green with golden yellow edges on the outside. Pretty much spineless, but at the tip it is pointy, so you'd have to be a little careful with it. One thing I know, these are a dwarf agave, and they get 2.5 to 3 feet, 3.5 feet tall and wide. I have some bigger ones out in my patio, but this one is a nice younger plant, and we're going to pot it today in this nice pot, and it's a heavy pot, but it's going to go in my front room there, right in front where the sun is. They like sun. And also, you know, they grow well in sun. And the soil that I'm going to use today is a cactus soil mix, Miracle Grow. Make sure you use a lighter soil when you do succulents, something with good drainage. It's kind of important. This one's got perlite in it. It's a little sand, peat, and it's just a nice general mix. But we're going to pot it up today. What else can I tell you about this agave? I adore them because they do produce a lot of pups and offsets. You're always going to have new plants coming. So what's nice about that is if you lose some plants, you'll always have more to grow, the following season or whenever. I am constantly potting some up in some smaller pots, and then from there, I've been giving some away also because they do multiply, but we're in a cold area, so they have to be brought in or stay in. I actually just keep mine in as houseplants and give them a good window, with some good lighting. But in warmer areas, they can stay outside year-round, and I guess they get really big too. So in those areas, but let's start by, we're going to pot this one up today. And another thing I want to tell you, it is hardy to zones 9 to 11. So it's just an annual in our area, and they do pretty well without much care. But I'm going to pop it out of this pot that I've had it in since spring, and you can see the roots. I just give them a little. I'm going to break them up just very slightly. I don't want to damage anything, but they'll be fine. The roots look healthy. And we're going to pop them in there, and I'm going to move that soil up just a little bit more. I don't want to bury it deep in the pot. Just like that. How's that look? I think it's going to be really, really a pretty plant. And we got a nice south-facing window, and this plant is going to love it because they like the sun so well. Put a little bit more soil. I'll put some soil in it, and then I'll water it in a little bit, put a tray underneath it. But what do you think? Does it look good? Put it out here for you to look at. Isn't that pretty? I just adore these agaves, and if any of you are familiar with agave, or if you've grown an agave, go ahead and comment on this video. I'd kind of like to hear, you know, what you, how your success has been with them. But this one is a nice sturdy plant, sticking up straight up, so it's very pretty. Okay, as we conclude this video, I just want to point out a couple more things. That this agave is hardy to 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is considered poisonous. So you might want to keep that in mind with your children and pets. I haven't had any problem with our dog Roxy. She don't bother them, but you just never know. You know, this is a plant that I keep up high. Oh, I don't keep it up high, but you might want to if you have it around in your area. So, but it's a beautiful plant. Agaves, I never really ever thought I could grow them here, since they are considered to be in warmer states. But they do work here, and I'm thrilled that I can have more plants. They produce offsets and pups regularly, and I continually to pot them up, and it's just kind of fun. Alright guys, I wanted to give you a close-up view of what this agave leaves look like. As you can see, it's golden yellow edges here, and then green in the center. But I wanted to show that to you because it's kind of good to get a close view. But isn't that adorable? It's pretty. And look how sturdy. They're very sturdy leaves. And you know, water's stored in these leaves. That's why they do so well as a succulent. So I just wanted to show you, everyone, how many agaves I have that have grown in the greenhouse and also back in my patio. But I have a gob of them, as you can see. I have like 3 in some of these larger pots, and they probably could use some dividing, but they'll stay back here all winter. I'll leave them in here, and if I need to divide them, I will. But I just wanted to show you my collection. If you have any comments, questions, thoughts, place them on this video. I'd appreciate it. And you can visit my gardening blog at picketfencegreenhouse.info, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.